The heartbeat of competition. The drama of the moment. This is TNT Sports.
At the nation's capital in Washington, D.C., we walk you into the MCI Center, where tonight Michael Jordan and the Washington Wizards try to improve their home record against the Miami Heat, who were victorious last night at home. And welcome as the NBA on TNT comes from Washington. I'm Dick Stockton along with Hubie Brown and Craig Sager. The Wizards may be in 5th place and the Heat in 7th in the Atlantic Division, but they have shown signs of coming alive in the recent days. And as a matter of fact, they have come back from some long losing streaks. The Wizards in particular winning 3 in a row for the first time since last January. And I have to say that Michael Jordan has to feel very good about some of the supporting play performances he's getting.
Well, Dick, over the last 7 games, the team 5 wins, 2 losses. Brendan Haywood, Hubert Davis, Ty Lue came off the injured list. You look at the center position, Jahadi White and Brendan Haywood, between them, 14 points, 13 rebounds, and 3 blocks. Now, at the 2 guard position, Richard Hamilton is really stepping up. He's giving them 19 points a game and an all-around contest. Now, look right now for the dynamic 3, Pearson, Walker at 52, Nowitzki and Finley at 44. How about Jordan and Hamilton, 4th best in the league at 43 points. Now for the old Michael Jordan report. 24 points a game, 7 rebounds, 5 assists. Downside, only shooting 40%, has not shot a foul shot in the last 3 games, but they've been 3 wins, and his all-around contribution, dynamite.
And he hopes that his team makes it 2 in a row over the Miami Heat. They won earlier the year in Miami. Meanwhile, the Heat have won 2 of their last 3 games, and this is a team that underwent a tremendous house cleaning during the offseason. And for more, for one guy who's still there, let's go to Craig Sager with Alonzo Mourning.
Well, Alonzo, last night, 21 points, 10 rebounds. That equals your career averages. Where are you right now?
I'm not really concerned about where I am. I'm concerned about where the team is. You know, I'm pretty much focused on trying to uplift the player of the team and try to, the minutes that I'm out there on the court, make sure they're positive minutes so that they're productive minutes so that we're winning.
You used the 14th different starting lineup last night, but it seemed to work. How happy are you with Rod Strickland and Jimmy Jackson, the starting backcourt?
Well, I'm happy with, all the guys that we have on the team, and I think Coach is going to continue to try to maneuver and probe and see, if what lineup is effective and what's going to be able to establish a level of consistency for us. Right now, we're in the hole. We dug a deep hole for ourselves, so we got to dig our way out, climb our way out of it.
All right, thanks a lot. Let's go back to Dick and Hubie.
And, of course, there may be 14 different starting lineups, but perhaps 2 new faces may make Pat Riley settle on this current starting lineup.
Yeah, I like what Pat did last night. With Rod Strickland at the point guard, you get points and penetration. Jimmy Jackson at small forward, a proven scorer, as well as a guy who can beat you off the dribble and dish. Key to this team, we know that Mourning and Grant must pick up their scoring and their rebounding. Off the bench, they're solid. Gatling and then also LaFonso Ellis along with Carter, you know that you're going to get production. This could be Pat Riley's biggest challenge. Right now, as of tonight, 63 games to go. They are 11 games under 500. Can they make up the difference?
And he doesn't enjoy that, but he likes the challenge. Yeah. So coming up, it'll be the Miami Heat and
the Heat and the Wizards straight ahead on TNT. Ernie Johnson in Atlanta's Studio A, where Kenny Smith and Charles Barkley will join me at halftime. The Denver Nuggets have suspended head coach Dan Issel for 4 games without pay for what he said to a Hispanic fan in Denver after last night's 3-point loss to the Hornets.
Obviously, the organization does not condone my act. I take full responsibility for my actions, and I'm sorry for the embarrassment that it's caused the team, my family, and me.
Issel's suspension will cost him $112,000. Some in Denver are saying that is not enough. More on that story at halftime. But coming right up, the Heat and the Wizards on TNT.
And back at the MCI Center in Washington, the Wizards have sold out every game this season, both at home and on the road. And here are the starting lineups. The 4-15 Miami Heat, once amongst the elite. Jim Jackson starting at small forward, Brian Grant, Alonzo Mourning, Eddie Jones, their leading scorer, and Rod Strickland, who made his first start last night. Michael Jordan and Christian Laettner and Jahidi White up front for the Wizards. Rip Hamilton, who scored 30 points, a season's high, and he's in the backcourt along with Chris Whitney. So the Wizards winning in Memphis last night, 6-6 on the road, but 2-6 at home. And the Miami Heat, using the same starting lineup they used last night, they have won 2 out of 3 after dropping 12 in a row. And the Wizards at one point lost 8 straight games, so they have known the droughts. Ronnie Nunn, Sean Corbin, and Jim Kinsey are the officials, and the tip controlled by Miami. And the boos for Rod Strickland, who was released last February by the Wizards. Eddie Jones looking for Brian Grant, knocked away by Laettner, 6 on the shot clock. Jim Jackson from inside the three-point line. Grant keeps it alive.
Doug Collins and his staff very happy with the defense, the way that it is improving for the Washington Wizards. They're understanding their roles, and they're picking up the help deals and forcing teams into low shooting percentages.
And Alonzo Mourning travels, no basket, and the Wizards take over. According to Pat Riley, Alonzo Mourning is as strong and as quick he has been, but fatigue sets in, and that seems to affect all parts of his game.
Yeah, and unfortunately, they can never predict when it's going to happen.
Michael Jordan feeding down on the baseline. And the turnaround by Rip Hamilton, who scored 30 points. He has led the Wizards in scoring 4 times in the last 5 games.
Well, he has the talent. He's very quick at 6'7", extremely quick in the open floor, can finish, and also has three-point range.
And Jackson from the corner was wide open. Jahidi White clears for the Wizards.
In a game like tonight, the pressure is on Washington to get easy baskets in transition as well as second shot attempts.
And here's Jordan. Jordan picked up by Jackson, and Jordan's turnaround hits Michael Jordan, who had 16 last night, but as you pointed out, not going to the free throw line again.
Doug Collins very happy with Michael, saying that he's playing great basketball in the last 4 games, not trying to do too much. The thing with Michael tonight, he's being played by Jimmy Jackson. It's like a guard. He's not being played by anyone 6'9" or 6'10", where sometimes he has difficulty shooting over the top.
10 on the shot clock. Rod Strickland, and they hear the boos every time he handles the ball, and a great feed to Alonzo Mourning for the Heat first basket.
Now that's the major plus for Rod Strickland. He can beat you off the dribble. You need to come to him because he's an excellent scorer and can finish in the paint.
Here's Whitney, picked up by Strickland. Wizards have struggled at home, losing 6 of their 8 games, but Hamilton, with an up and under, has his second basket.
Well, you can see he knows how to score.
And on the turnover, the Heat get it back, or the Wizards.
Hamilton is outstanding. Doug Collins thinks he's one of the best at the short game.
And Michael Jordan is one of the best at the short or long game, as Michael Jordan now and the Wizards start out 4 for 4 from the field. Washington leading 8-2. And there is Grant battling with Laettner underneath. Grant setting a screen for Jackson, and they're going to call the offensive foul against Brian Grant.
Now, you brought out a good point, Dick. Laettner is an excellent post defender. He's not afraid to sacrifice his body. Grant is trying to hold his area. He's playing with a bruised foot, and we know that he missed 9 games, and his totals are down, not only in points, but in the rebounds.
3 minutes gone by. Jordan over Jackson, and claims he was hit on the hand. No call from Ronnie Nunn, and so the Miami Heat with only a basket from Alonzo Mourning in the first 3 minutes plus.
Right
and a
now,
steal by Jordan.
In the early going, Dick, they're allowing a lot of bumping at the defensive end of the floor.
Leitner over Grant. Long rebound into the hands of Brian Grant, and quickly Rod Strickland, who starting his second game at point guard. Grant working on Leitner. Good defense inside. And Mourning with the offensive rebound to Heidi White. And two former Georgetown Hoyas playing in Washington, D.C. go up. And finally the foul is called against White.
What you liked about this play, Grant taking it strong to the rim, and then Alonzo Mourning coming in on the offensive board. We have two teams here tonight who are not great in statistics in regards to the rest of the league in offensive rebounding. They're both right at 10 and 11, which is not high when you consider that they are two low percentage shooting teams.
Alonzo Mourning, a 65% free throw shooter. In fact, the Miami Heat are next to last in the NBA at 68%. But let's take a closer look at Alonzo Mourning's career versus this season.
Well, you can see the season he's down with the points. Look at the field goal percentages down, and then also the rebounding. Now, the rebounding is big here because it's at the offensive end where Alonzo picks up a lot of extra points.
Wizards leading 8-3 as Mourning connected on 1 of 2 from the line. So both teams playing back-to-back games. Hamilton gets it. Leitner again will shoot from outside and hits this time. So Christian Leitner gives the Wizards a 7-point lead.
Miami will trap every pick and roll. When they trap the pick and roll or the pick and spot up, that spot up man will be open. It forces you now to make your next rotation. Christian Leitner will be open all night at the top. Now keep an eye right here. You're going to see Hamilton coming off the screen by Leitner. As he comes off, you'll see Grant step out and then his man trap him. Watch Leitner stepping back, but watch how they take the defense down into the low corner. Keep an eye on it. Now see, this is called spacing. Once that ball comes back, it put pressure on Strickland or Mourning, and they have to clear that up. Riley immediately called the timeout. Otherwise, we'll see that screen and spot up time after time.
The Wizards have hit 5 jump shots for their 10 points. And Alonzo Mourning accounting for all 3 of Miami's points. And that will drop through for Brian Grant. So Brian Grant had been injured and coming back after missing 8 games with a bruised foot.
Well, Grant is an excellent jump shooter facing the basket. Now you're seeing right now, Miami is showing you full court pressure, a little lazy trap, all right, by the power forward, Grant.
10 on the shot clock. And Jordan stepping back against Jackson is fouled. So Jim Jackson, who has been well-traveled throughout his career in the NBA, fouls Michael Jordan, so he is going to the line for the first time in 3 games.
The main thing here is when Michael elevates to get up on a shot, quit trying to block the shot. You caught him right on the hand. That's the second time Michael's been fouled. It's the first time that the referees put him on the line. Big thing right there is get up, put pressure on the shot.
There is Mourning and Jahidi White jockeying for position. And Michael Jordan makes the free throws to give the Wizards a 7-point lead. Jackson now handling the ball and guarded by Jordan. Off the screen, Eddie Jones stepping back. Jones has yet to attempt a shot. He's their leading scorer. Jackson inside the three-point line. Misses, and Michael Jordan coming down with the rebound. So in the first 5 minutes of the game, the Washington Wizards, as you mentioned, good spacing and hitting their perimeter shots. Jordan, turnaround from the baseline, and Jordan now has 7 of the Wizards' 14 with 3 for 4 shooting.
Well, Michael's off to a great start. You can see he has a bounce in his movement, and he just elevates right up over the top of Jackson.
Strickland and Mourning, and Strickland with feed inside, and Jackson has it blocked by Laettner. Strickland in the lane hitting, so good persistence by 35-year-old Rod Strickland, and it's a 14-7 game.
Now, Rod Strickland can finish in the paint at 6'3", excellent elevation.
Laettner setting a high screen for Whitney. Strickland stays with him. Laettner driving, feeding to Heidi White, and White puts it through. To Heidi White softens it up in the middle, and then Brendan Haywood comes in.
Well, that's Laettner at his best. Instead of forcing a jump shot, putting it on the floor, you know Miami will quickly come on a double team. Laettner can pass.
And here is Eddie Jones, and he forces the foul, and will go to the line to shoot two.
Now just keep an eye on Laettner as he comes down into this area. You're going to see people come over, and Jahidi White will move right to this area and explode for the pass. Now keep an eye. See, now right there, you've got the double team. Laettner, excellent dish, and then send it home strong with two hands. Nothing soft that time.
Jones, one of the better free throw shooters at 83%. The foul was on Rip Jones. Oh, that was on Rip Hamilton, and Jones, who scored the game-winning basket with 10 seconds to go to give the Heat the win against Milwaukee, 99-97. 7-point lead for Washington. Jordan gets Jackson in the air, goes down low to Jahidi White, has it knocked away, recovers, and Hamilton battling Eddie Jones for the loose ball, and a timeout was called. So Eddie Jones calls a timeout before he was tied up. It is a 20-second timeout.
This is a situation where Washington has excellent passes. You know that Whitney, Jordan, and then Laettner will always give the ball up in traffic. So if you are a big man here, or you're moving without the ball, you have to get yourself in position to make the catch and then set yourself up for a high percentage shot. Jahidi White, he should have had another dunk right there.
And that is an example of where Michael Jordan wants these other teammates to get into the act. He's been doing that a lot more lately. You can see he's happier with the way things are going. It's not only the Michael Jordan show, and he wanted the big guy to get in it.
Well, winning will always force a camaraderie. The spirit picks up. You'll see the camaraderie of the guys, and it will always come down to, will you make a pass under pressure rather than force a bad shot? And when you see guys give it up, it becomes contagious, and then everybody wants to play with you. It sounds easy, but difficult to do when egos are involved and guys are worrying about stats.
But we saw that with the New Jersey Nets last week in their victory, handled victory over Phoenix.
Well, 29 assists, everybody sharing the ball.
Strickland with 5:20 to go in the lane, and he can get that all night.
All night. See, he's murder. He's murder from 17 feet down. You know he can score. Throughout his career, he's always been a terrific scorer, 14 points a game, shoots a high percentage. He takes point guards down in there and just gets right up over the top.
Played with the Wizards for 5 years, and then released in February, picked up by the Portland Trail Blazers. And here is Hamilton. Jones gets a piece of it, and it comes out to Rod Strickland. Jordan is back with Whitney. No look pass to Jackson, who lays it in.
Strickland and Jackson give Miami two excellent passers in the open floor. Both guys could play point guard for you.
Miami on a 6-0 run, coming back after they trailed by 9. And they're going to call Jackson for the push-off on Michael Jordan.
Now keep an eye on this to the left of your screen. This is just a nice move by Rod Strickland. You know, sucking the defense towards him, thinking that he's going to take it all away and then dropping it off.
That is the second foul on Jackson. And he'll go out of the game and be replaced by LaFonso Ellis. So Ellis, who averaged 9 points a game and 6 rebounds at Minnesota, his fourth team in 5 years, the Miami Heat, but a pretty good player to have around, can play several positions.
Excellent player. He can play right across the front line for you. Now, this is a tough matchup for LaFonso against Michael.
Jordan misses the baseline shot, and Strickland the rebound. 3-point lead for the Wizards. They were up by 9. And the baseline basket by LaFonso Ellis, who just came into the game with 4 minutes remaining in the first.
Well, LaFonso Ellis, a high percentage shooter and loves the baseline jump shots.
Jordan sends it out to Leitner. Good ball movement, and Hamilton hitting the three, the first of the game. So Rip Hamilton stretches the Wizard lead again to 4.
Well, you always love it. When there's a trap, make 2 passes. That second pass will usually free you up.
The Wizards have led all the way, and Alonzo Mourning turnaround against Jahidi White. Grant coming in for the offensive rebound, has it stripped away by Whitney. Wizards gaining a lot of confidence, having won 5 of their last 7 games. Here is Michael Jordan beating White. And White made sure on that occasion.
Well, you can see Jahidi White and Brendan Haywood, they both have pretty good hands. And all you do is just move. Michael will get the ball to you. He'll put it right on a dime. Now it's up to you to send it through.
So Washington already with 7 assists, so good ball movement and unselfish play by the Wizards. Under 3 minutes to go. Eddie Jones called for the charge. He was determined to get inside, and he knocked Leitner down. So a timeout with 2:54 remaining in the first.
Yeah, Eddie Jones definitely frustrated. This is a great move by Michael. How about the pass? Right on the money.
The Wizards lead by 6, and to no surprise, Michael Jordan leads the way with 8 points.
You can see tonight in these replays, he's got us hot. He just stares you down. He's right up in your face. Now, in this one, he goes to the baseline, up over the top of Jimmy Jackson. Now, here, he loves to take the double team. He'll always make the pass. It's always been a part of his game.
Michael Jordan, who missed the game and had fluid drained from his knee, has tendonitis, and the good news was nothing was structurally wrong with it. He's gone on a different exercise program, and it was in the Dallas game that he had his first and best explosiveness, according to Doug Collins, and he's showing that again tonight.
Yeah, I like it because the response is happening. We've had them now. This is our 3rd time, and we said in game 1, have patience with the young players, allow them to grow month to month, and then once you get in your offenses and your defenses, they'll play with a lot of confidence.
Hamilton misses the shot, and Jahidi White tries to tip it in. Anthony Carter in the game, Chris Gatling as well, and the jumper by LaFonso Ellis. And the Heat trail now by a score of 21-17.
LaFonso Ellis has always been a 15, 16-point scorer, and he shoots that nice, solid percentage, anywhere from 46 to 49%.
Tyronn Lue, who's been one of the people who has made the Wizards better coming off the bench at point guard, is in there. Kwame Brown, their #1 pick out of high school, is also in as Christian Leitner. Again, makes it 23-17, the Wizards.
Every time we come into a building, Christian Leitner has a great night.
That's right.
And he's always open in the same area. 18 to 21 feet from the basket.
And Carter trying to get it to Brian Grant. It's knocked away. Lue pulls up and hits from the foul line. So Tyronn Lue, and we've got a pretty good pace going here. The Wizards lead by 8.
Anytime you see the break with Tyronn out, you've got to get to him. Lue can score. And what I liked there was Leitner took the defense right with him. Lue pulled up and hit that medium jumper.
Rip Hamilton on the personal foul as we send it over to Craig Sager.
Well, Dick, you were talking about how Michael Jordan has changed or amended his practice and workout routine. The biggest difference in this 9 days since he had the fluid drained, he no longer takes part in the drills during practice. He also doesn't take part in the scrimmages. Instead of setting an example, as he always did with the Bulls and early in training camp, he voices his opinion, and during practice, he now stretches, ices, and spends most of the time riding a bicycle. Dick?
All right, that's the rundown on Michael Jordan, and he has responded. Hubert Davis, another Tar Heel, has come into the game replacing Rip Hamilton, who goes out with his 2nd personal foul. Meanwhile, a 3 by LaFonso Ellis, who has 7 points since coming off the bench for Miami.
Wow, LaFonso Ellis caught Kwame Brown standing on the wrong side of the lane and looking. LaFonso just went right to that deep corner and spotted up.
Tyronn Lue missing the runner, and Ellis getting the rebound. So Ellis, who had been the starter, now coming off the bench. And Carter trying to get it to Grant. And the three-point attempt by Ellis out of bounds, last touched by Miami. So LaFonso Ellis, who was a starter for Pat Riley until the latest lineup change. Ryan Grant coming back from injury and now coming off the bench. 5-point lead for the Wizards with 41 seconds remaining in the first. Nick Stockton, Hubie Brown, Craig Sager from the MCI Center in Washington. Loop it into White. Eddie Jones broke that up.
Great defense. Eddie Jones read that perfectly.
And here is Gatling over to the side, and Jones missing a three, and Jahidi White getting the rebound.
Jahidi White has had an excellent quarter, not only at the offensive end, but he's rebounding big here in this game. And holding Miami to only one shot.
Yeah, no question about it. And then we have yet to see Brendan Haywood, who has really been on a tear as of late. Playing for the last shot practically of this first quarter. Lou driving in with the other hand, and the 24-second clock would have expired, and now the game clock expires, and that'll do it for the first quarter as the Washington Wizards, led by Michael Jordan's 8 points, have led all the way. And after one here at the MCI Center, the Wizards, who are shooting 58%, lead Miami 25-20. A view of the Jefferson Memorial here in beautiful Washington, D.C. And I guess he'll be the toughest thing for a rookie to learn is defense in his early days in the league.
Well, the basketball is right here with Fritz Gatling. You're going to see Kwame Brown here. His man is here. LaFonso Ellis is going to go without the ball. And right now, as Gatling makes his move, he's going to pinpoint LaFonso Ellis right across the area. Keep an eye there. And I see they don't double team. See, Kwame Brown did not double team Gatling, and he did not play his man. So Doug Collins has got to go and take him to school here now and get in his face a little bit.
There you see the stats in the first quarter. And Miami already committing 7 turnovers. Washington getting 8 points off of that. Brendan Haywood, who had 17 points and a season-high 15 rebounds and has been on a tear. The rookie from North Carolina, 20th pick, and was traded twice, has come in the game at center. And Ellis committing the foul for the Heat.
Now, Brendan Haywood right here in the last 2 wins. 19 points and 17 points. Not only that, how about 11 rebounds a game? And you can just love it. You just love his development.
Leitner along with Hubert Davis, Brendan Haywood, Kwame Brown, and Tyronn Lue for the Wizards. Jackson.
Good defense by Miami.
I would say the 24-second clock expired and they were about 5 feet past the three-point line.
Great defense on the post-up by Grant. And then LaFonso Ellis coming across the lane with that new 3-second count, helping him out as Grant played on the top of the post-up man.
So Ellis in there along with Grant and Gatling up front, and Carter in the backcourt with Jackson, who started the game at small forward, now playing the off-guard position. Wizards by 5. Opening minute here of the second quarter. Carter is open. And Jackson gets the loose ball and a new clock for the Heat. Anthony Carter, who had started 18 of 19 games at point guard before last night. Jackson with a run it, tries to tip it in. And Haywood finally comes down to it.
Now get it out and go, because this little guy with the ball can move it.
And a good combination to have in there for Doug Collins with Davis, Lue, and Brendan Haywood.
Miami tough on the post-up. They do not give you a clean look.
And Davis coming around, and they're going to call the offensive foul against Hubert Davis.
Yeah, Jimmy Jackson got banged right in the rib area. Hubert Davis is in there for his great three-point shooting it at 44% again this year.
And there's Leitner defending against Gatling. Gatling, a prolific scorer, working his way in, turnaround from the baseline. And Brendan Haywood getting the rebound. Haywood missing the first 12 games of the season with torn ligaments in his thumb, and is definitely part of the Wizards' future. And Leitner trying to feed the post, overthrows Kwame Brown.
whenever you are going to feed a post guy, never throw him the ball until he calls for it. Because you could see Kwame Brown did not have his area. He was not posted up strong. As a matter of fact, the push came in the lower back, and that's the reason why he couldn't jump.
Alonzo Mourning replaces Brian Grant in the lineup for the Miami Heat. The pick and spot up and backed in by Mourning, who has 5 points.
See, Jimmy Jackson at that small forward will give you a lot of stuff off the dribble. And this group out here right now, LaFonso Ellis at power forward with Mourning and Jackson, the quick group.
Leitner in traffic, and there is Davis, and stolen by Anthony Carter. 2-on-1 with Gatling, who lays it in. And the Heat now trail by only 1.
Yeah, you like what you're seeing here. This group is working hard defensively for Miami, and you love it in the break when you have a 2-on-1 that your point guard gives it up to a forward who's running hard.
4 turnovers by the Washington Wizards in less than 2 minutes. Doug Collins calls the timeout. Wizards by 1. Right now, let's take a look at the Saturday Night Classic Rush Hour on TNT.
We can hang in my crib. I will show you my hood.
What the hell did you just say?
Jackie Chan, Chris Tucker, Rush Hour, one of the Saturday night new classics on TNT.
And here at the MCI Center, the Wizards lead cut to 1. Michael Jordan has been on the bench for 5.5 minutes. When he went out, the Wizards were up by 6. The lead has been cut to 1, and he remains on the bench with 9:20 to go in the first half. Kwame Brown with Hubert Davis, Christian Laettner, Tyronn Lue, and Brendan Hayward trying to set the screen. 5 on the shot clock, and the steal by Carter. And Anthony Carter getting the job done defensively, giving the Miami Heat their first lead of the game.
Now, there was a pick and a switch. And when they switched, Washington had a major mismatch going in the post area, and they completely went right away from it.
Carter with 2 assists and 2 steals since coming into the game. As the backup for Rod Strickland, Leitner going strong to the basket, is fouled and puts the Wizards in front and a chance for a 3-point play.
Well, you have to be able to read the traps. See, there was a trap there, and you could see his man. Gatling was running at him. Beautiful move by Leitner. Don't force the jumper. Take him off the dribble right to the rim.
And LaFonso Ellis chalking up his second personal foul as Michael Jordan comes back into the game for the Wizards. Jordan, the game's leading scorer with 8 points. Ellis, the top point maker for the Heat with 7. And Leitner on the free throw line. The Heat, as we told you, one of the worst free throw shooting teams, but the Wizards one of the best at 80% as a club.
Well, the Wizards have 14 guys on their roster. 8 of them are shooting over 80%.
And Carter open for the shot, and that's what Pat Riley wants him to do, not drive, but hit the open shot. He's just come up empty, though, on 2 of those occasions. Hamilton back in the lineup, leaves it for Jordan. And the rebound by Brendan Hayward, and Leitner puts it in. So Hayward was there, and then Leitner comes in to score, and now he has 9 points and has overtaken the high scoring. 4 minutes gone by, and the Wizards up by 4 after seeing their 9-point lead knocked away, and a defensive play by Leitner. Jordan feeds Hamilton, who's fouled by Ellis.
Here what we're having now is guys are posting up. The defender is behind the post up now. Instead of getting him the ball, you're allowing yourself to be trapped. When you allow yourself to be trapped, Washington is quick, and they're causing the turnovers. You have to read the initial pass.
So Ellis now picking up his 3rd foul, and Eddie Jones is going to check into the game for the Miami Heat. Popeye Jones has come in for the Wizards. Hamilton makes good on the first free throw. Fans, you can vote right now for the starters in NBA All-Star 2002. Just log on to NBA.com or America Online, AOL keyword NBA All-Star, and cast your ballot. So Ellis goes out of the game with 3 fouls, and he did a good job other than that aspect with 7 points. Rod Strickland also comes back in. So right now, Strickland and Carter are both in the game. 2 point guards for Miami.
Well, Strickland being such a great scorer, can play the two position without any problem.
Carter from Strickland, in and out, and Popeye Jones the rebound.
Yeah, he's had all good looks at the basket tonight, but the ball will not drop.
Lou for three, and he's got it. Tyronn Lue, whose game has moved up a notch in every area, including the outside shooting, and the Wizards now lead by 9 points, matching their biggest of the game, and Pat Riley wants to talk it over.
Oh, you've got to get to Lou, because Lou is a proven scorer. Big-time scorer in college at Nebraska, and he was a big three-point high percentage shooter. The young guy definitely wants the three.
This copyrighted telecast of the National Basketball Association is intended solely for the entertainment of our audience, and any retransmission, reproduction, rebroadcast, or other use or dissemination of this telecast, or the pictures, descriptions, or accounts of this game without the express written consent of the National Basketball Association is prohibited.
And the nation's capital and the Capitol building here in Washington as we welcome you back to the MCI Center in Washington. At halftime, the Washington Wizards lead the Miami Heat 49-40. The Heat scoring 20 points in each of the first two quarters. Washington shooting 56%, the Heat 46%.
Well, you look at it this way for Miami, Dick. Eddie Jones only has 2 shot attempts. He's your high scorer, leading you at right up there at 19 points a game. That's a problem. They're missing their jump shots. On the other side, Washington doing a great job, 56%. Their bench came in and gave them 13 points. And then Michael is having an excellent game with the 14 points and the 5 assists.
All right, now let's check in with Craig.
Well, Pat Riley wants to make a big adjustment defensively. He was not happy with the fact that Washington shot 56%. He thought that Jimmy Jackson, after he picked up the 2 quick fouls against Michael, backed off and let Michael dictate what was going on the offensive end of the floor. As for the other end, he was mentioning also what Hubie was talking about the first half, that Eddie Jones needs to be more aggressive, especially if he has Tyronn Lue guarding him and needs to go to the paint more.
All right, thank you very much, Craig. And the front court advantage of 12 more. Eddie Jones 4, Grant has 2. Mourning, their leading scorer with 9. And there's Hamilton missing the first shot of the second half. Misses the first 2 shots. And it's tapped out to Laettner. So it's Laettner, Chris Whitney, Hamilton with Michael Jordan and Jahidi White for the Wizards. Jordan double-teamed. Hamilton is left open. And he scored.
That was excellent movement. They ran their double screens, staggered screens on the baseline. They turned it around twice. And then with Michael coming off the dribble, you know you're getting the double team. Someone's open.
Jim Jackson with Rod Strickland, Eddie Jones, along with Alonzo Mourning and Brian Grant. But the front court hasn't gotten it done for the Heat. Mourning will try to change that as he hits his first shot.
I like what Alonzo's doing tonight. When they hit him in the post, he's turning, facing his man, and he's making something happen. But the big thing is get him the ball. He's now 5 for 6 in the field.
And 11 points for Alonzo Mourning. Jordan getting loose on the baseline, shooting over Jackson, and Michael with 16.
Yeah, he's in a flow tonight. You can see he likes his game, but he also realizes that there's no strain tonight on the release. No 6'9", 6'10", 6'11 guy in his face.
Strickland gives it up to Jackson for 3, and he's got it. Jim Jackson hitting the second three-pointer by the Heat. He now has 11 points. And it's an 8-point Wizard lead. They have led all the way other than 1 point in one segment. And Jordan, stealing it now, has 18.
Yeah, he's going to go right back at Jimmy Jackson. No way is Michael going to allow him, mainly because they've had words throughout the entire first half. But Jimmy Jackson right now is 5 for 10 from the field and having a nice game himself.
And Jones driving against Hamilton. And Jones off the rim. Jones is 0 for 3 from the field right now. They need more than that from their leading scorer. And Rip Hamilton with a move. He has 13. And the lead now of 12 is the biggest of the game.
Yeah, Doug Collins says that, no doubt about it, Hamilton has one of the best, if not the best, mid-range game in the league. Anything from 5 out to 15 to 17 feet. He takes it strong off the dribble, and then he shoots a high percentage in that painted area.
Miami calls a timeout, and he says he would like Rip Hamilton to be an all-round player, not just a shooter, and that's what he wanted Allen Houston to be, more of an all-round player when they were together in Detroit.
The NBA on TNT is brought to you by Chrysler. Drive equals love. And by HBO Home Video. The Sopranos, the complete second season, is now available on video and DVD.
The Washington Monument and its reflection here in the District of Columbia as the Washington Wizards trying to make it 4 in a row and come within 3 games of the 500 mark. At one point, they had dropped 8 straight games, and they look like a different team. And the Miami Heat, which has been a different team than they have been in the past with 4 and 15, trying to get back in the game, trailing by 12. Here's Jackson shooting over Christian Laettner, and Jahidi White battling for the ball, and a loose ball foul has been called against Alonzo Mourning.
Anytime that they get down inside in the post area, meaning Miami, something good happens. So I don't understand why they continue to settle for that 18 or 20-foot jump shot, which they have not made tonight. Yet you're going to say, well, it's wide open. Yes, it is wide open, but nothing is going down.
Laettner looking in for Jahidi White, defended by Mourning. No foul on the collision, and White battling his way. He's got a lot of both. Watch out, Jahidi White.
Yeah, you knew it.
And the technical foul.
Yeah, now watch it, Alonzo. Because, see, Alonzo got smashed into. Jahidi White definitely went right into his chest. And he's saying, give me the same call at the other end of the floor. And when he went over and he attacked the referee, and whatever he said, you know, the magic word was probably involved. And if that's the case, that's automatic.
So the technical on Alonzo Mourning. And Chris Whitney connecting on the free throw. So it's been a frustrating night for the Miami Heat. They have led only once, and that for less than a minute at 26-25. Rod Strickland, who's moved into the starting lineup, that point guard, really loses his footing, tries to get it in and does to Grant, and Grant is fouled hard by White.
Miami is playing disjointed basketball. They're playing like slow motion, you know, and unfortunately for us, we're using real speed on the cameras. And
good point.
You know, and it's just amazing. Guys are wide open. They hit the guy, and then it takes forever for the shot to get off. But I'm glad that they went for a good head fake here. Put Grant on the line. Maybe he'll get cooking here.
Well, Grant makes the first free throw. Remember, he was the center for most of last year when Alonzo Mourning was out with his kidney ailment, and then he went to the bench. Big difference from a year ago to now.
Well, you can see right now, he had a bruised foot early in the season, and it has forced him to miss a number of games, 8. He has not been able to get back into a rhythm. And you can say, well, you know, he's not getting as many shot attempts as he got a year ago as the center. Well, that's true.
And he doesn't have as much room to take the shots now that he is playing the forward position, going against quicker people. Knocked the ball away from Jahidi White, and here come the Heat. Here is Strickland. Strickland will put it up, and it doesn't go, and it's getting a little testy underneath there.
They called it on Alonzo Mourning. Alonzo Mourning thought the foul was on Jahidi White, that he grabbed him, that he grabbed his arm.
Instead, it's on Mourning, and that is his 3rd personal foul. So Alonzo Mourning, understandably upset here. .13 lead for the Wizards. And Jordan being blanketed by Jim Jackson. White setting a screen. Jordan pushes back and hits. So Jackson playing him tight. Jordan takes the step back.
Yeah, but you said it perfectly. Pushed off. He did. He pushed it right off on that bump and just elevated right up over.
20 points for Michael Jordan. And a 62-47 lead. So again, the Wizards leading by 15. Mourning leaves it for Jackson, and he hits his second 3 to bring the Heat to within 12 again.
Now, Jimmy Jackson, since his return, let's face it, you know, this is only his 5th game. He right now is 6 for 7 in 3. So you know he has the feel.
Played 56 games last year with Atlanta and then Cleveland. coming off a 16.7 rebound effort against Milwaukee. Hamilton with the push shot off the front rim, and Grant making the rebound. So Miami trying to stage a run here, nearly midway through the third, and Strickland misses. Grant is there for the offensive rebound, goes up.
Oh, no, I caught 3 seconds. Oh, I can't. Pat Riley right now will flip out. I mean, that is always, that's exasperating, okay, right now, because you hate to see it go 1-3. You know, you like to see a guy go 1,000, 1,000 to 1,003, right? Now, keep an eye on Jordan right here. Boom, there's the push. You see Jimmy Jackson? He didn't hop back 3 feet. He was knocked back 3 feet.
Eddie House has come in the game along with Anthony Carter. So the Heat getting small all of a sudden, at least in the backcourt. And the question is, can the Wizards post up against these guys?
Yeah, see, Pat Riley's exasperated. He's pleading with Ronnie Nunn. Unfortunately, Ronnie Nunn is not involved in these calls. It's the other 2 guys.
Jordan foul. Jackson was on his wrist. And Jim Jackson picking up his 3rd foul. And another technical foul.
Watch out.
Mourning got one a few seconds ago, and Jim Jackson gets the technical foul here, and Jordan will go to the line to shoot.
Miami's on a short string. They're all frustrated here. They're missing wide open shots. They can't stop the Wizards, you know, in their easy play. And then right now they don't feel that they're getting an even break. Now, keep an eye on this right now. We told you earlier tonight, Jimmy Jackson caught him twice on the hand. Now, there it is right there. And what they're saying is that he caught him. He definitely caught him. He caught him from the wrist down on the release of the shot.
Well, Jordan missed the technical free throw and now is on the line. And this one goes off, too, just like the other did. So Jordan now is hoping to just make one.
Well, MJ, an 83% shooter this year, 84% for his career. Things just are not going right at all. But you can see Jimmy Jackson has got to stop trying to block the shot.
Jordan with 21. And the Wizards lead by 13, 63-50. Under 7 minutes to go in the third. Eddie House to Carter. Carter using Grant as a screen. Brian Grant with another offensive rebound and a putback.
Now that's nice. That's good to see. Maybe they'll get rolling here right now. Pat Riley's gone small. Okay, you brought that out, Dick. You know, what he's looking for right now is a little energy, because House is a player that can come off the bench and get you quick numbers if he's hot.
Former Arizona State Sun Devil, chosen in the 2nd round. Jordan against Jackson with a move against Jackson. It rolls off, but he beat Jim Jackson to the basket. And Carter looking down court. Here is House, and he is defended by Whitney. And here is House with a no-look pass and the hook shot by LaFonso Ellis. And a timeout quickly called by Doug Collins. And now the Miami Heat with a run have cut the lead to 9.
Now, we're going to show you the replay right now. This is what Pat was looking for. Just a great move by House. Broke the defense down. Gave the ball into LaFonso Ellis, to a guy who can score.
It's been 19 years since 2 of the most dominant players in college basketball met for the first time. Ralph Sampson, 3-time Player of the Year for Terry Holland at Virginia, against Patrick Ewing, who as a freshman the previous March led the Georgetown Hoyas of John Thompson to the NCAA Finals. Sampson of Virginia prevailing in that game. And the 2 schools will have a rematch coming up for the John Thompson Federation and Foundation, which we will be televising.
Do you expect me to be objective in that game?
Probably not.
No, I think it's going to be a great game, because every time Virginia and Georgetown have played, it's been an extremely competitive game. The last game went into 3 overtime, so this is going to be a great game.
What about Alonzo Mourning, another one of your former players out here tonight? Obviously a back-to-back situation. He missed a few games with the virus. How is his health?
Well, you know, I'm concerned about him. I think his health is good considering the state that he's in, but I worry about him. That's one of the reasons I came on an off day. I just wanted to look at him a little bit myself and just see how I thought he looked. But Alonzo is so competitive, he never tells the truth about his health, even before he was sick, and I wanted to see for myself, but I'm worried about him.
Why are you worried about him? What do you see?
Well, I'm worried, Craig, because I know how he is, and I know the seriousness of the sickness that he has. And certainly he's so competitive that Alonzo is the kind of person that never, his body, his mind never admits to the truth because he's gone beyond all the time. And I just want to see, some things just like a parent, you look at a person and you get a chance to see how you think they're doing.
Thanks a lot. See you next week. Go Cavs? No.
No, go Cavs. I have to be objective when I'm at the table. I'm not at the table yet.
Back to Dick and Hubie.
All right. And, of course, Jahidi White, who's another Georgetown Hoya, who's been involved in the duel with Alonzo Mourning in this game, going to the bench moments ago. Richard Hamilton has hit 2 in a row since the Miami Heat had outscored the Wizards 7-1. So Hamilton now with 17 points, second to Jordan's 21.
If I've not seen Richard Hamilton this year, you can see the development from the early part of the year until now. The young guy is really playing with great confidence, shooting a high percentage, and is very quick.
Jim Jackson hitting a 2. And with 4:28 remaining in the third, the Wizards' lead is 11. They were up by as many as 15, so Miami trying to hang in there. But you're right about Richard Hamilton. He has been the leading scorer 4 times in the last 5 games for the Wizards, and he's right up there tonight. Popeye Jones has checked in for Jahidi White. Now Tyronn Lue will come into the game, and Michael Jordan will sit down. There is Jones, and Michael Jordan gets a hand from the sellout crowd here at the MCI Center. 21 points and 7 assists tonight.
Well, Doug Collins is going with Whitney and Lue to match up with Carter and House right now.
Little guy.
Yes, indeed.
Times 2. Here is Popeye Jones, and Brian Grant does a good job of fronting him. And the Miami Heat trying to make a surge with 4 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. Miami has been woeful on the road. They have lost 7 of 8 games away from their home arena. And here is House working against Whitney. House pulls up, is fouled, and the basket counts. And a chance for a 3-point play for Eddie House.
Pat Riley realizes this young guy can be a spark, especially if he keeps himself under control and takes high percentage shots. This was just a beautiful move. At Arizona State, when he graduated, he left as the highest scorer in the history of school basketball.
He was a shooting guard in college and has been used in both positions in the NBA. So now the Wizards lead has been cut to 8.
Little trap here in the backcourt by Miami.
Leitner with Lue, Jones, Whitney, and Rip Hamilton for the Wizards. Jordan is on the bench right now, and the last time he went on the bench, the Miami Heat made a run. Here is Whitney missing the 3 from the corner. Lue trying to stick with House, and he steals the ball and is fouled by Jim Jackson.
Smart foul by Jimmy Jackson. That was a good foul. That would have led to a layup, no doubt about it. Great play by Lue. Outstanding play.
But the 4th foul on Jim Jackson, who has 16 points and is the Miami Heat leading point maker. Jackson will go out of the game with his 4th foul. And Eddie Jones is into the game. So Jim Jackson, who has been well-traveled, has been with so many clubs. And there was Michael Jordan with ice on both of his knees. Jordan, the 21 points, the game's leading scorer.
Now, Jimmy Jackson has had an excellent game here this evening. We know he's been with 7 different teams, but we also know that throughout his career, he can score. He's averaged 17 points throughout his career.
Here's Hamilton. He's hot here in the third quarter. The Miami Heat had outscored the Wizards 7-1, and then Rip Hamilton got hard. He has 10 points here in the third quarter, hitting 5 of his last 6. 19 in the game. And the 10-point lead for Washington.
Nothing cheap either. Everything is pure. Bottom of the net.
He has really come on, as you pointed out, the 4th biggest tandem scoring-wise in the NBA. Jordan, along with Rip Hamilton, and a lot of people would be surprised.
Oh, absolutely. No doubt about it. You know, they think, hey, Kobe and Shaq, and then they know Pierce and Walker because they take so many shots. But then when you look at, Nowitzki and Finley, they also take a ton of shots. But 2 guys here. Jordan has been very consistent, getting his 24 to 30. He's had over 36 times. But now Hamilton is rounding in to what Doug Collins and Michael Jordan are looking for.
LaFonso Ellis making the first free throw. Science, you can vote right now for the starters in NBA All-Star 2002. Just log on to NBA.com or America Online, AOL keyword NBA All-Star, and cast your ballot. Well, on that last play underneath so Hamilton with 19 points on the bench with 4. Hubert Davis replaces him in the lineup, and now the lead again is 8, so Miami stays in town.
Very good, Dick. Washington is playing a great game. Miami is choppy all night long. Can't make a perimeter. All of a sudden, you look up, they're still right there in contention.
Popeye Jones missing the perimeter shot, and Ellis the rebound. And ever since they put House and Carter in there, the Heat have been on fire. Here is Carter, and he misses an open shot.
Yeah, they needed that.
Whitney the rebound with under 2.5 to play here in the third.
Carter has had some great looks at the basket tonight.
And now the Wizards trying to again establish a double-digit lead. 8 on the shot clock. Tyronn Lue trapped. Carter, he goes by Carter, pushes it up, and doesn't go, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Miami.
Washington trying to play without a post-up game. They have Leitner and Popeye Jones out in the corners or at the top of the circle. The other 3 guys are moving. So they're relying on beating their men off the dribble to get into the painted area.
Here's Whitney with a new clock as we wind down to 2 minutes remaining here in this third quarter. Whitney gets away from the defender, misses a 2, and Brian Grant grabs his 11th rebound of the game. Eddie House, double team. Oh, the ball away. Very careless. I tell you, Miami's been rushing all night with their offense.
Dick, he didn't have to do that because when LaFonso Ellis jumps back to the right of your screen, he's wide open. See, he didn't look. See, that pass was just thrown. Brian Grant was nowhere near there. He needed 2 steps to get that pass.
Careless turnover where Miami could have cut the lead to 6. But the Wizards, who have been a lot more poised than the Heat tonight. Leitner driving in, trying to get the foul, and does. And it'll be, see, Brian Grant was all over him, and it'll be instead Eddie Jones picking up the personal foul. Jones with his 3rd. Jones with only 4 points tonight has yet to hit a field goal, and he came in leading the Heat, averaging over 19 a game. So here is Leitner on the line, and he makes the first. Here's what's coming up on Turner Sports tomorrow. 9 p.m. special start on TNT, the Orlando Magic against Golden State Warriors. Next Tuesday on TBS at 8, the Clippers and the Phoenix Suns in a Pacific battle. And then a week from tonight, right here on TNT at 8 o'clock, it'll be the Raptors and the Pacers, Toronto at Indiana. 1:18 remaining in the third. Hubert Davis defending against Eddie Jones, and he finally makes his first field goal with 1:13 to go in the third.
Yeah, see, they just ran a double staggered screen for him right across the top of the circle. And that's a lot of running just to get a pass 21 feet from the basket.
But Miami has been on an uphill treadmill the whole game, it seems. Here it's Whitney for 2. Jones getting the rebound. Good rebound by Popeye Jones.
He's been a workhorse for them all year long. Very consistent player. Doug loves his energy and his work ethic night in and night out.
12 on the shot clock for the Wizards, who are trying to win their 4th in a row. Hadn't won 3 in a row since last January. Here is Tyronn Lue trying to make the pass. It was off the leg of Jones, and the shot clock expired.
Without an inside game, you are relying on your dribblers to beat their men off the dribble to get to the rim. Well, the only guy out there for Washington who can do that is Lue. Now, Hubert Davis still does not have a shot in this game, and we're talking about a guy who's been scoring big for the club as well as shooting 44% in threes. Well, he will never open up unless there's some double teaming here.
Well, the Wizards, to their credit, with Michael Jordan getting a breather, have maintained this 8-point lead with under a half a minute remaining. Jordan on the bench with 21 points has shown some of the elevation that we've seen in the past. 19 on the shot clock.
They'll run it down. They should run it down.
Carter and Lou on the perimeter. Now the play starts. Jones and Hubert Davis stays with him, and the foul is called. And it is a non-shooting foul, so it'll be out of bounds for the Miami Heat. They have 5 seconds to attempt a shot. That was on Hubert Davis.
Be careful now. Eddie Jones throwing the ball in and coming in.
Jones finding Carter. Lou right with him. Carter will fire it up and off the rim. And that will take care of it in the third quarter. Richard Hamilton with 12 points in this third quarter for the Washington Wizards, and they have kept the Miami Heat at arm's length. And going into the final 12 minutes of regulation here at the MCI Center in Washington, the Wizards lead Pat Riley and the Heat 71-63.
Looking for help, finds Hubert Davis with nowhere to go. Back to Popeye. Swing it to Lou. Hamilton with 6 to shoot, nowhere to go. Wild shot, unbelievable. Richard Hamilton, the 3-year star from Connecticut, has 21.
And you saw him step away from the defender Carter that time.
Eddie Jones with a lane to the basket. Off the glass, no good. Taken by Carter. House's long jumper. In and out. Tip up, no good. And Haywood, a big rebound. Here comes a double team on Hamilton. Now they back off. Richard trying to go one-on-one with Carter. 9 seconds to shoot. Fadeaway jumper. A little bit short. Carter lost the ball to Popeye. Here comes Lou the other way. 3-on-1. Nice pass to Hubert, who lost the ball out of bounds.
Those kind of things will drive coaches crazy. Doug doesn't like that. They've got the numbers after the turnover by Carter. Look at that. They push it up 3-on-1. And Hubert just doesn't handle that bounce pass.
Wizards with just 4 field goals in the last 9 minutes of play, all by Rip Hamilton. That was a big swing there. Even bigger now. LaFonso Ellis, a 2-pointer. He has 13 points in the game. And the lead back down to 6. And the Wizards hang on and pull out their 4th straight win. Popeye misses. Haywood clears the glass. Had it knocked away. And Ronnie Nunn says it's off of him, out of bounds.
Looked like he was losing his balance and let go of the ball to try and regain that balance. Not putting up much of an argument.
Warning in the game. Carter spins. Alonzo in the lane a long time. That's longer than 3 seconds. And it's blocked. They'll give it to Miami. Boy, Mourning was just camped out in that lane. And then when he got the ball, he had it for 2 seconds.
Took more time.
That's what Doug Collins is saying.
John Thompson looking on over there from the corner.
Three-pointer, and we have a 3-point game. Jordan up off the bench. Hamilton, fade away, missed it. Haywood the rebound. Off the screen, Hamilton back to Lou. Can't hold it. Stolen by Jones. Great defensive play. Carter goes all the way. Here's Eddie House. Little strong. Hamilton up ahead to Lou, who didn't see the pass coming, and the Wizards turn it over again. And the once 15-point lead is down to 3.
Actually, you've seen both teams turn the ball over at different points in the game. Not a lot of turnovers, although Washington's had 4 in this quarter.
Wizards have lost 6 games in a row to Miami here in Washington. The last Wizards victory, December 17, 1997 over the Heat. Hamilton for Jordan. Six seconds to shoot. Jordan baseline fadeaway, had it blocked. Jordan the rebound, got pushed, no call. MJ glides baseline, beauty. 23 for Jordan.
With the small backcourt, one of those small guards has to guard either Hamilton or Jordan. A good recognition that time. Jordan had Carter on him.
They rotate Ellis open for the jumper, hits another one. LaFonso Ellis, who averages 10 points a game, has 15 tonight in his 10th year from Notre Dame.
Well, he was 9 for 12 in the first game. Tonight, 6 for 8. So hasn't missed many shots in the 2 games.
MJ. Double team, fade away, no good, missed it, taken by Miami. Mourning. Looking for the ball in the lane, now gets out of the paint. Jones lost it momentarily. As it's stripped away, they'll give it back to him with 5 on the shot clock.
And Jones made one of those pet moves that we see from Michael Jordan a lot, where the 2 defenders come together, but they don't come together quickly enough, and he splits the 2 defenders. Pressure defense, and you can see the stats with Jordan up 16, without Jordan down 13. So they've done it with some quick guards, putting some strong pressure, and at times they've not allowed Washington to cleanly get into their offense.
Alonzo inside, bump, short jump hook, in and out, no good. Kick knocked out of bounds by Miami, given to the Wizards. Brendan Haywood back in the game with Jordan, Lou, Hamilton, and Popeye Jones. A little bigger lineup this time, good rebounders. And Collins will get Christian Laettner back in as well. Hamilton streaking, jump shot, got it. He has been so incredible the last few games. 23 for Rip.
Absolutely. We told you before the game that over the last 7 games, that stretch Washington's 5-2. Hamilton's averaged nearly 24 games. Good steal.
Lou, and he's fouled from behind. A loose ball foul by Ellis. The quick hands of Tyronn Lue with a steal, and he was headed the other way.
Well, Alfonso Ellis did what he had to do there. Look at him pressuring the ball, but he sees an opening, and Ellis just grabbing him, and then his teammate House falling on his back. That looks pretty. Boy.
4th personal on LaFonso Ellis as the Wizards get the ball inbound. Steve Buckhantz, Phil Chenier on Comcast Sportsnet. Wizards looking to make it 4 wins in a row. Lue helped put the dagger in Dallas and Memphis. Let's see if he can do it again tonight. Jordan, they overplay him. Ball knocked around. And a foul called. It's on Eddie Jones. 4th on Eddie Jones.
Jordan's working extremely hard to keep Eddie Jones on his back. I think he's telling Laettner that there was a point where Laettner could have delivered the pass.
Jordan now against Jackson. There's that patented move. A little bit strong.
You and I disagree on that. I think that's a great move.
I think it's a great move, too. I think he uses the left hand, but a lot of guys do. And certainly doesn't get called for it, so it's okay. Beautiful play by Eddie Jones. 8 points for Eddie Jones, who averages 19.3 in his 2nd year in Miami. Again, the lead is 3. Ty Lue. Hamilton off the screen. Jumper. No good. Haywood is there. Off the glass. He can't get it to go. But a foul is called. And it's on Alonzo Mourning. That's 4 on Zoe. We'll send the big rookie to the free throw line.
Those offensive rebounds, so important. You see them stretched out their defense because they want to try and stop Hamilton. That enables Brendan Haywood to get good inside position, forces the big man to come over the top. And Alonzo has picked up his 4th personal.
More importantly, Haywood misses the first shot. 9 rebounds, 5 of them offensive. In 19 minutes of play for the rookie from Carolina, who makes 1 of 2 from the free throw line, a 62% free throw shooter, only shot 59% in college from the charity stripe.
Yeah, you can tell and sense this game coming down to defense.
Oh, big missed rebound. Jordan had it and was knocked away beautifully, and Miami retains possession. Alonzo against Haywood. Nice move. He lost the ball. And then got fouled. Called it on Haywood. Second personal. Here's another look. Ooh, I thought he traveled.
He did. He lost possession of it there. Tough call for Brendan.
Eddie House, great move. That's good if it goes, and Ty Lue got him. Nice defense, but an excellent job of ball handling by Eddie House.
Once again, on that pick and roll, Washington defenders played it well. Teron and I think that was Christian did a good job of handling that, not giving any advantage. But after he came off that pick, House just made a good individual effort.
House is a 79% free throw shooter. Makes 2 free throws. And the lead is 2 points. Laettner, who's going to be Mr. Clutch tonight. Laettner off the glass, got it to go with some English.
That was a tough shot.
Wizards have to get back. Miami streaking down the floor. Haywood overplaying Alonzo. Nice pass inside, lost the ball and got pushed from behind by Brendan Haywood.
I think Jordan is saying that LaVonzo traveled. Watch this move by Christian Laettner. Again, putting the ball on the floor, something he's not supposed to do by the scouting report, and makes a tough shot underneath the basket. Gets the right English and gets the drop.
4-point Wizard lead. Eddie House drives on Lue. Good defense. Looking for Alonzo. Again, he's in that lane a long time. Tough fade away by Jackson. 18 points for Jim Jackson. The lead again is 2. 3:40 to play in regulation. Wizards will play the Knicks here Friday night. Hamilton going all the way. Blocked from behind. Beautiful play.
And that's where Alonzo means so much to this team.
Eddie Jones missed it. Big shot. Couldn't get it. Rebound to Miami. Jackson for the tie. Loose ball foul. They'll stay right here. It appears to be on Richard Hamilton, and that's his 5th personal.
Well, over the last 4 games, Alonzo Mourning has registered 14 blocked shots. And that's so critical for a team that depends so heavily on their defense.
22nd timeout taken.
Boy, that's a big miss. Jones almost got the tough bank shot, but Alonzo was right there for an easy stuff, but missed it.
3 minutes to go in regulation. The Wizards trying to win their 4th straight game. Jordan backs in, fade away, no good, and a foul called. It's on Eddie House. It will send Jordan to the line to try to stretch this lead to 4. Timeout Washington, 2:52 to go in regulation. Wizards lead by 2 with Michael Jordan at the line for 2 free throws, and Alonzo Mourning, who in the first 25 minutes of the game was 5 of 6 with 11 points. In the last 20 minutes, he's yet to score 0 for 3.
Well, we talked about how he just missed a critical offensive dunk shot. We talked about him playing one of his better games last night down in Miami against Milwaukee. That resulted in a win for them. But playing back-to-back called for that much more energy. And we saw in that first meeting against Washington in the 4th quarter, Alonzo just didn't have the strength and durability that we normally see from him.
Meantime, Jordan able to make just 1 of 2. An 83% shooter. Michael has 24 points. That is 6 of 9.
And Eddie Jones, another player that has really struggled tonight, only 2 for 10.
MJ with a great move and draws a foul. So he'll have another opportunity.
Well, he got smothered by 4 defenders there. He gets the baseline on Jackson, but look how quickly this team reacts. 3 other defenders come to the ball, nowhere for him to get that shot off.
Jackson just grabs him right there. 5 on Jackson. Oh, this is very uncharacteristic for Michael Jordan at the free throw line.
That's right. Take a step back. Gather yourself.
6 of 10 from the free throw line. The Wizards as a team are the 3rd best free throw shooting team in the league at 80%. Jordan started 4 for 4 from the free throw line, but since then just 3 of 7. 25 points for MJ. And it's a 4-point Washington lead.
Wizards trying to get that 8 count in the backcourt.
Jackson with 5 fouls, dumps it for Ellis. Ellis lost the ball, knocked away by Jordan from behind, and goes to Miami with 4 seconds to shoot.
First thing Jordan did was look up at the shot clock to see. He knew that clock was winding down. Watch him come from behind and get that jump hook shot.
Ooh, he traveled. Jones, House for 3. No good. Rip Hamilton the rebound. What a possession that was.
Big one. Miami really didn't get the shot they wanted.
Let's see if the Wizards can capitalize. Double team on Jordan. Ty Lue. 7 seconds to shoot. MJ fake shoots. In and out, no good. Tip up, taken by Miami. And Laettner commits a foul on Mourning. First personal on Laettner.
Well, both teams in the penalty, so it may very well come down to free throw shooting. Washington, particularly Jordan, hitting a cold spell from the free throw line. We'll see what Alonzo does.
He's 1 of 2 from the free throw line tonight.
Now the key is to step in there and make sure you secure this missed shot if Zoe does in fact miss it.
He is a 65% free throw shooter on the season. From Indian River High School down in Chesapeake, Virginia.
Looked off from the beginning, a little short, hit the front of the rim.
Critical possession for the Wizards, double team on Jordan. 1:21 to play regulation, Washington by 4. Hamilton. Leitner fires. No good. Rebound. Haywood can't control it.
He tried to. There were a couple of guys poking at the ball. He just couldn't come up with the handle. But good effort.
Resetting the game, the timeouts. Wizards with 2 full and 1:20. Miami with 1 full. 1:07 to play. Washington by 4. Our statistician Paul Evans on hand tonight at the MCI Center. Eddie Jones all the way. Beautiful play. He wanted a foul, didn't get it. Here comes full court pressure to Ty Lue. Now let's see if the Wizards can get it up. They have 8 seconds to get it over the timeline easily. Hamilton does so.
Watch those corners.
2-point game. Big possession here for the Wizards. They need a hoop. Jordan, Mr. Clutch. Little strong. Leitner trying to knock it away, and it's saved to Haywood. Leitner kept it alive, and Miami saved it to the wrong team.
Eddie Jones is falling out of bounds.
Jordan kicks it out to Lue. Three-pointer. No good. Way short. Here comes Jones. 13 seconds, and Riley calls time with 11 3/10 seconds to go. 11 from the floor, and here we go. Jordan covering. They get it in. Double teaming LaFonso Ellis. LaFonso Ellis with nowhere to go. Jones, he nearly traveled. Ellis for 3. No good. Lue the rebound. The Wizards win. Great defense down the stretch, and the Wizards win their 4th game in a row.
Smothering defense. I tell you, they were right in front of us. LaFonso Ellis with the ball, and Jordan, and I believe it was Hamilton, didn't give him a breath of air.
Take another look at this great smothering defense by Washington.
Well, first of all, they want to deny the ball to Eddie Jones. You see Jordan doing that. Now LaFonso gets it. It's Christian Leitner, I'm sorry. And he and Jordan, and there's nowhere to breathe. And you're right, he travels. Again, he travels.
And he traveled too.
And this is what scares me. LaFonso has been deadly from 3 so far against Washington in 2 games. But he gets confused. Oh, man.
So Jordan with 25 points, 6 rebounds, and 7 assists in 34 minutes of play. Richard Hamilton had 23 on 10 of 19 shooting. Leitner 13 points. He was 5 of 8. And Brendan Haywood again, Phil. Last night he had 15 rebounds. Tonight he comes in off the bench for 11 rebounds in 24 minutes.
Well, he didn't have the big scoring night that we've seen him have the last 2 games, but he came on, played some strong inside play, going against Zoe, came up with some big rebounds, and his presence again was felt in the paint.
Some structural damage, but it's just tendonitis, and everybody